Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your Daily Bite of Degen, episode number 913, coming to you live from somewhere nowhere, Paris, France. Paris? Sweet Paris. We got to Paris today, safe and sound, and our first stop was at our favorite local speakeasy cigar lounge, I guess you could say, before we even unpacked our things. And then we came back, packed. We ended up having to do this show, and we got to get back to bed so that we're on Paris time frame as we get ready for Paris Blockchain Week. But there is a lot of stuff going on in the market and a lot of fear and stuff like that, which I guess is understandable with everything that's going on in the entire world market side of things. One of the really cool things with crypto is, if you buy one Solana today, it's still worth one Solana. Not that I am one that usually I don't believe in shorting necessarily. I believe in longing for the simple fact that, if you're going to have belief in something. But we had a good day today with shorting the market, shorting Bitcoin 400x. It is 100% a gamble. But huge shout out to and thanks to MEXC for allowing us to be able to do that. And so, man, it's a hard day when the market is going down. Originally, it called sort of around like a 76.5 or so. I hope we don't go down that low, but we might. We're gonna hop over into Infinity Screen for a second as we hop over to what we're really doing. We're gonna be covering two things tonight. We're gonna play a game, I think, but HawkFi, we're repositioning some of our positions as we're slightly off balance on some of them. But what we really want to make sure, as you guys can see, we're not necessarily in the exact trading range of it being in spot. We're not necessarily worried about it being in over the $100 flow piece, because we know that everything is sort of down, that this is one of those things where it too shall rise. And so we might lose our spot over on Arena, and I will fix that in just a second. But we had to transfer some stuff that we forgot to totally do before we went live, and that's okay because Solana's down at like $104, and so we totally felt like we needed to get some of that at that price. And so yeah, that is what we did. So we're gonna send that real quick. If I can find the right wallet, there we go. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. We're gonna send that now. Done. So we'll get that shortly. But yes, need to join the stage back. All right. So as we were waiting for that to come through, some of the things that you guys get to Black Cat. Oh, forgot to capitalize the B. Some of the stuff we wanted to showcase and follow along with, and that's done. We already got that Solana. So as we reposition a lot of these are all projects that we believe in, that we're seeing a lot of movement still on them. And so Streamflow is one of the big ones we've gone through and done a lot of the positions. We wanted to save a lot of it. So we're going to go through, shore up where we think these positions are, and remake these positions, just because they have a lot going for them project wise, that this is just a drip in the bucket, so to speak, of what's to come. And so the main pool, Streamflow, locking tokens and multi-sig locks, time locks, and everything like that, really good on, as well as being utilized for airdrops. And so both their own airdrop and upcoming projects or projects that want to just airdrop people. What's really cool is they can set that stuff aside, and then that person can go and claim or not. And so if they don't claim within a certain period, it's helping with real users and real holders and stuff. And so I like that aspect of Streamflow, and really sort of see it doing a lot of good. We're going to move that over there for a minute. As we get to see, we can see some of our positions are all in good standing. And so that's ZBTC Sol. So I don't think we have any more ZBTC. Nope, we don't. So that is our Bitcoin to Sol. And as you can see here, people have bought into the Sol side of it a little bit, which is, or the BTC side. So they've been selling their Sol for BTC. This is one of those really cool things that Zeus brings to Solana. So excited for how that turns out. We've been working our way down this list, so we can work our way up it. Some of these tokens we're going to be killing our positions altogether, or just leaving them open as is, because what we're really after on these is not just HawkFi points. We get MET points, and then sometimes we get protocol points as well. And so we're going to see a lot of these different tokens sort of move around like this, and we're excited for that. Let's see, and we'll end on Jupe, BSOL, and then we'll relaunch, because we're going through all of these one by one. We don't want to overload the system on that, but that's fine. After we get through these position pieces, we've been having some fun with a Steam game, or not Steam, but Epic game, the Lost Glitches. We have our own complaints sort of on some of the mechanics of not the game mechanics, but like the UI mechanics. So it's been sort of cool being the Lost Glitches community being really supportive, but also at the same time, the team being really responsive to things, questions and stuff like that. And, I don't normally do cold outreaches, but I was like, hey, why not? It looks, and I walked through a legit trail of it and was on it. And so I'm down. Oh man, it is 2:15 in the morning. So let's see. There we go. We are in our pad here in Paris. So that tastes good. So as we're seeing here, like Grok, not a lot of the trading volume is not a lot. This position, we're just going to leave this as is. We've reset this a lot, so we don't have our total numbers for it, but we've made good pieces out of it. So it's down 51%, and that's just where the market is on a lot of these things. So we're fine with how that is. Pengu USDC. We're gonna reconfigure this position. Are we? Let's see. Do we want to? We got one Pengu and 0 USDC. So now we'll leave this position as is. It's good. It's rebalancing. So unclaimed fees and rewards. We have everything going back into the position right now. And so that's how we like to compound our stuff when everything is down low, getting more and more for that. DBR, slightly off on this. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this position and we're going to bring it back. And we're going to add some SOL to it to bring it, well, we might not. Depends on where that position is. So let's go see here. All right, so we're down on that position overall, and hitting refresh will clear those pesky positions out that you've closed out. So there's that, and we're gonna put a little SOL into that just so there's some room for it to go. That way we can go both ways with it. And not just one, because that's what we're after. We're after volume. We're going to send this to auto rebalance as well. So we're going to hit refresh. And we already have auto compound on we're going to switch these positions into 1% because that is when things start heating up. 1% rather than the 0.5 we'll make sure that everything goes through. So there's that, making sure that it's in a bid ask, and we are good with that position. So now we'll move on to the next piece. Alon, this one we keep riding. We're going to close this and reset it. It's an interesting position that we've had for a while. We've made a lot out of this. And when we clear the position out, you know, we've always just put it back in one-sided. We're going to put this in dual-sided today. So there we go. We're going to create that with a lawn, and we're going to go put half a sol in. 0.6. No, not 6 sol. 0.6. Bring us over that $100 range piece. And so now that we're seeing a lot of movement pieces here, I think we're going to see some good uptrends. I think that this week is going to be bloody. But at the same time, I think numbers are going to be getting hit that bots and buys and markets will go in and be like, that is a discount. Retail is the one that's trying to time the market, and institutionals are the ones that just set up buy orders off of what they see. So it's an interesting play here. All right. And then we have pain. How much pain do we have in our wallet? I don't think we have any. All right. So we're going to deposit a little bit of sol on this. No, we're not. We're going to leave this as is. Not much pain's being sold off. We're seeing more volume on the buy side, or on the sell side. But still a lot of movement with over 109K through our pool. So it's been good. Like I said, we have everything set to oh man, I forget what I was saying there. Oh, we have everything set to auto compound. So if it is over that $100 mark, we will see movement on our position as it rebalances, taking the yield and then depositing them back in. So it becomes that feedback loop of adding more, scraping more, adding more, scraping even more, because we're owning a larger piece of the trading pie each time. So that's sort of the fun piece of it. This bid ask piece. All right. And then let's see here. No, 0.6. There we go. All right. So we're going to be right over that 100 position there with Yapster. We'll go in on this piece, auto rebalance it. And we're setting our positions at 1%. There we go. And bid ask. There we go. All right. When is doing its thing, as we can see, sort of staying in the center after, it is down 15%, but the fact that we're still around center is there's a lot of price action going on. We're gonna deposit 0.05 into that, so that it puts us up over that $100 mark. We like that, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's see. That should now put us right over that $100 mark. Boom. There we go. All right, so that's when. We're going to leave this position as is. Jupe and BSOL. We have moving more towards our BSOL position. People are buying BSOL with Jupe, and that's good. We're seeing some good cross pollination, I think is the right term there, of like buying and selling. And so Jupe is staying as a really heavy contender and everything going on. So we're happy with how that's going. We have a couple of positions we have to close and rebalance. Tensor and Quantum. And then we're going to open up Galibi, Meow, Titcoin, and then VDR, Digital Token Folio, and then end it on Mobi. I think that'll give us a good layout so that we'll see some different positions there. But we're going to be two main positions that we're going to be resetting is our Quantum and our Tensor. So we'll see how that goes. Ooh. It seems like one of the only positions that we've really had some major movement on is our Tolly position, which I find hilarious. But yeah. Ooh, I did the worst thing possible. I yawned, and it made me super tired. But and that's okay. It is almost 2:30 in the morning, so we might not play a game. We're going to finish going through these positions so you can sort of see what we're doing. So as you can see, it's out of position. I could leave it as is, and when the movement marks, when the market moves for it, we'll be back in. But I want to be in that buy-sell trade range, so I'm collecting those fees along the way. And so that's where we're going to go with that piece. All right. We're going to create that position. All in on Tensor. Use all of our USDC. No, still a little short, but that's okay. All right, and we're going to set up that auto rebalance for when we get back over $100 on that. And we're going to move our liquidity shape back over to bid ask when it rebalances. That's what we're going to go. All right, Tensor's done. Quantum. We're going to close this position, but we're going to reopen it just one-sided. We've gotten some profit out of it, not as much as we want, but it has allowed us to just sort of scrape that. Now we're back into that accumulation phase, letting the position sort of find itself for us. So we're going to go all in. We're going to go just in with that. All right. I'm going to go in with 0.4, bringing us up over 100. And that way there's a little bit more soul in it. And yeah, see how this market does. I think it's going to continue to do good. As we get ready for this, things are going to get better. That's like the biggest thing I want to talk about. Like people, like for me, it's buying time. If you're able to, and will we get a little lower? We probably will. But it's one of those things where we know it's a lot of market manipulation, overstated fear on tariffs, and so it's an interesting play. All right, so we have 0.4 soul in this position, so we're gonna add that 0.4 back. We're gonna close that position, and then we're gonna reopen it, just so we're centered on that. So it's a good play, in my opinion. All right. So we refresh. We're going to create that position. We're going to go all, I need to make sure that this position's closed. All right, no. All right, there we go. We're going to go all in on that. And we get 0.41. I think we can go without the 1.10. Yeah, just 0.4. So what the pool had in it before, balance that out a little bit so that we're in an optimal trading zone. So yeah. Auto rebalance. We're going to set to 1, like always. Slippage, 1. And then liquidity shape back over to a bid ask. All right, save time and close. All right, there we go. Meow. We're sitting right there center. We're sitting nice on that. We're just going to let that be. So yeah. All right. Titcoin. 0.3 of a soul. All right. We're going to go in on this position. All right. So we're going to refresh this. And we're going to create a position again. All right. 0.31. And we'll just go with 0.3. And we'll confirm that position. All right. So we'll put that auto rebalance on. Max slippage, 1%, and then liquidity reshape bid ask. All right. So that is that. Next up, we have the VDR. We have that position. We've seen that sort of close out. And so we're going to close this out completely and then just open up again in VDR. All right. Well, at this time, I don't think we're going to. $77 in total volume locked, $24 in 24-hour volume. I think we're going to go somewhere else with our VDR or just hold it. All right. So then our next position, DTF Sol, that's in a good position there. We can supply more to it if we wanted to see if it gets over that 100, but we're going to leave it as is. And yeah. Moby's one we're going to clear out and then we're going to reset. We're going to change it from 0.38 sol to 0.4 sol. I think that should be enough to get us over. We might have to go a little higher on that so that we have like half a sol in there. It's all right. Closed position. All right. Closed is done. We have all of that. And then 0.5, 1, 0.55. Will get us over that $100 mark for Moby. I think there's a lot there with Moby. And so, yeah. And while this is going, I want to shout out, like I said, to everyone that's joining us. Those on LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, 0xDegens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick, on-chain via Abstract, and later Soul Media Tech. I want to just thank everyone for coming by and watching this a little bit. So this is how we set up our LPs, and this is what we're doing to just benefit from the market going anyway. So, all right, Moby was our last token. All right, Trump, Unicorn Fart Dust, SSE, Wrap Bitcoin. We're going to go after that position. That position's out. Jelly will also hit, and then we'll leave with Jelly for now. So that's what we're doing right now. And this is how we're setting ourselves up for these moves that are going to happen. Do I think Sol's going to go under 100? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I think last I saw about 104. I think we might hit just below 100. So it'll be an interesting play to see how the next couple of days of the market moves. But really, I think it's buying time, personally. The other big protocol, two protocols near, but Atom as well. So Cosmos ecosystem. And you're like, oh yeah, Taco, you launched in Cosmos. So that's why and I'm like, yes, that's true. We've been on Cosmos for a really long time. And so that's sort of our position on that, which we like. And so I know that there's a lot of stuff going on within Atom. I think you'd be hard pressed to miss a move of buying into Atom and stuff like that, because with the Eureka upgrade, all of those major transactions using the hub will be using the fees to buy Atom, and so off the open market. So excited with that and seeing how that turns out and that goes. All right, so we're going to refresh this. Oh, there we go. Bid ask. We're going to come in with all our BTC, and we're going to come in with 0.6 Sol. That'll put us over that 100 position, and allow for a lot of stuff to happen. All right. Boom. There we go. All right. So we're good in this position. We're going to let that one stay. We're happy with how it turned out. So, yeah. UFD, we're going to close this position and we're going to reopen it with a little extra Sol in it. So, all right. Close position. And then we're going to move to update our armor and everyone's armor, basically. So there's that. Okay. So we're seeing all of these positions go. Oh, we need to just refresh, make sure everything's sort of moved. All right, bid ask. 0.5. All right. All right, let's see, 0.6. There we go. Confirm. Confirm. All right. Then let's go grab this. Oh. put that into play and change that liquidity to multi-ask bid. All right, save and close. All right. We're good here on SSE. We're going to let that sit and ride. BTC still we're going to let ride as well. All right. We're going to close this position and we're going to reopen it. Fully one-sided. All right. All right. Bid ask. All of that to 48. There we go. Oh. All right. We're almost done. We have one more left. And we're going to leave the rest of it for later. So we need to get to bed. For you, it's daytime. For me, it's 2:30 in the morning. So we have a long day ahead of us tomorrow. So there's that piece. So we're going to close that out. And then jelly. We have 0.43 Solon. So we're going to close this out. We're going to see if we have any extra token pieces to jump into this a little deeper. All right. There we go. New position. All right. All of our jelly and 0.5. 0.6. There we go. Jelly might be one that we end up not supporting in the future just because the TVL is getting so low on it and the volume. All right. Bid ask and be done. All right, so that's it for ending at jelly. Oh, well, that sucks. There we go, dashboard piece. So, all right, we're gonna let this go and let this run out. And we're going to close this space down. I want to thank everyone joining us on LinkedIn, Player One Taco, YouTube, 0x Degens, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick. Huge shout out to everyone joining us on stage and in video, and as well as those that are joining us over from the arena as well. I hope you're having a great time. If you're here in Paris, please let me know. Happy to connect with you all here. So as we end this space, we're going to end this space as we always do with our two favorite things, our words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock joke on the face of the planet. I want everyone to get ready. We also have Manifest Morpheus Monday tomorrow, so be prepared for that. Updates on Morpheus ecosystem and V2 contract upgrades, as well as with Manifest and mainnet launching and what's next. And so it's going to be a really good time and super excited for it. And we will see you all. So as always, our words of wisdom are always the same. A closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, I want to wish everyone a great GM with the greatest worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet, and that is knock knock. Who's there?